G'day everyone, welcome to Matt Hill Scar Models. Today is a final review video of my Pearl Harbor anniversary group build entry hosted by Charlie Mack, and I'd like to thank Charlie for letting me join in, and I'd also like to say it was really great to see all the builds everyone done. They were all fantastic, and it was a fitting tribute to people who have finished and started the kits to fitting tribute to the day of infamy in the incident at Pearl Harbor, the attack on Pearl Harbor. Anyway, my kit entry was this 148 scale Curtis P-40B Warhawk, the 148th Airfix kit. You might have seen that I had a few issues in the construction side of thing. It sort of worked out okay, and I'll show you shortly the finished kit. This kit does have some fit issues, and the one thing that surprised me, and I'll show you with it, was that you might not think that the fit is good, but some of the ill-fitting parts sort of hide themselves into panel lines and things, and it doesn't. I was a bit worried about a few things, but with the deep panel lines on the Airfix kit, everything sort of blends in. I built my aircraft as the as soon as I can find it. It was option A in the kit, which was the aircraft flown by 2nd Lieutenant George Welsh, 47th Pursuit Squadron, 15th Pursuit Group at Wheelerfield in Hawaii, and it was really the decals are quite good. I don't know if they're made by Catagraph anymore, but the decals are nice. I had trouble getting them set into some panel lines, and I will show you a couple of things that I tried to do to get that to fit. But yeah, look, I used the Gun Sangyo hobby colours for the olive drab. I used the Tamiya neutral grey for that. Tamiya for that, Tamiya for the yellow. Silver was a combination of some Tamiya and Vallejo metal range, the same with gun barrels and a few things. The decals were really some of the stenciling, some of the smaller decals were really bit difficult for me to fit. This decal number 12 down here really needs a better reference point to put it. You sort of look on the internet, and it'll give you some sort of rough idea where this no step decal number 12 goes. But apart from that, everything else went together quite well. So I will show you the kit. I'll move that paperwork, and I'll grab the little girl here. So that's my completed Airfix kit for the group build. The main things I had trouble with was some of the fit issues around here on these cowlings. These are like a little separate piece, and I thought they're going to be a really horrible gap there, but once you sort of put the aircraft together and paint it, everything sort of blends in. I did have a little bit of a fit issue around the canopy area here. As you can see, I've also didn't put any harnesses in there yet. I was going to scratch build some, but I might wait till I get some whoopsie-daisy, some photo etched ones or something. I just sort of can't have I haven't got the dexterity in my hands anymore to sort of really muck around with scratch building seatbelts. I added some pastels around the panel lines and a bit of pre-shading before the olive drab went on. I did notice the propeller tip, or the front blade of the propeller, has been silver. Looks a little bit different. There's a little bit of a gap that I was working on between the actual propeller and the body in the hub system here, but it doesn't look too bad. I didn't bother filling. There's a bad sort of fit between the wing section of the model on both sides, and it's a bit of a gap there. But once the aircraft is painted and I pre-shade it, it sort of just comes up like a panel line. Because if you try to sand that out, there's some nice raised rivet detail along this part of the aircraft, and you'd lose it all. The inside part of this plane, on this version, is that armoured plate. It doesn't give you any, I should have put this on a turntable. It doesn't give you any sort of reference to the frame colour. You can see just behind the front window there, I just did the frame black because I thought that maybe, you know, if you're looking at it, you wouldn't want any glare to come through, and I thought I zinc chrome matte green probably, but I just did it black. But the walk steps here, they're the decals. They went down really, really well. The only sort of problem I had, as I said before, was the I couldn't get the decals, even with micro sail and micro set, to set up in some of these deeper panel lines. I used, once the decals went down and I let them dry for a couple of days, I had a safety razor blade here that I carefully cut along the panel line, and then put some more micro sail, micro set in there, but it still didn't pull them down. And I have seen the rebels at Cloud9 used some of their extra thin cement to help get some of his decals down, but I wasn't too sure. I'd have to ask him or watch another video whether he does it over the gloss coat, or, you know, by the time that I put the flat coat on, whether I would have had to re-gloss it again. But I'm pretty happy. I haven't sort of, it was a nice kit, bit of fun to build in the end. As you can see, the decals haven't sort of gone down really well into the panel lines there on the national, on the star with the meatball, and they did a little bit on the 160 on the side. And turning over, you can sort of see they didn't quite, the decals didn't quite go into the US Army markings on the bottom. Didn't quite set. But apart from that, I was really, really quite happy the way it came out. It will go on the shelf, and it's not a really bad kit. But now that I'm pretty happy with the way that the kit turned out, I will put some harnesses in it. I didn't chip it up too much either, or try to weather it. I thought early stages of the war that'd be pretty well sort of looked after. I dusted it up a little bit. I used some pastels on some of the wing surfaces. I used pastels for the exhaust staining and for the actual exhaust themselves, which I drilled out because they weren't hollowed out. I didn't hollow out the front two machine guns or any other machine guns because they were just a bit too delicate. And I added a little bit of pastels to the tyres on the landing gear, just a little bit of dirt because I didn't think they'd be completely wrecked up. It would be a fairly looked after aircraft. But yeah, thanks very much, guys. Thank you to all my new subscribers, all your kind comments. I'll keep this one now for under 10 minutes. I've got another video coming up for another group build, and which I'm looking forward to do. So until next time, be safe. Take care, everyone. Have fun modelling, and just remember, with a little bit of effort and a little bit and a bit of patience, you can get a good result from an old model kit. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks.